Hello, duelists. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you guys all had a nice weekend. Back after YCS Vancouver. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Being stuck in Vancouver obviously wasn't ideal. It wasn't the end of the world, and I'm home now. So yes, obviously we had YCS Vancouver. For those who don't know, Vancouver, this YCS is a little more special to me than other YCSs. Because I was before this the only YCS Vancouver champion, having won the one 2 years ago. I've also topped every single Canadian event since my first top, so 2015. So 2015 Toronto, 2016 Toronto, 2017 Toronto, 2018 Niagara, 2019 Niagara, 2022 Niagara, 2023 Vancouver, 2024 Niagara. So I wanted to keep the streak up. Because there was the COVID break of 2 years, this is now my 9th Canadian YCS top. So if I top next year's Canadian YCS, it will have been 10 consecutive Canadian YCS tops, which I think is super cool because no matter how good you are, you can never guarantee doing well in an event. There's always some luck involved. But the other thing that was special about this event is the last 2 years, I've won the first YCS in the North America region. So Vancouver was the first one in 2023, and then in 2024 was Sacramento. Now winning is fucking hard because you have to get lucky, not just not get bad luck to top. You have to actively get lucky because it's gonna get harder in the later rounds, right? You get one lucky once, you just lose. I didn't go into Vancouver with the expectations of winning, but it would have been nice. And I got close, not crazy close, but I got close. And obviously close doesn't cut it. The streak does end at 2. It's crazy that there was even 2, but yeah, I would still like to get one YCS win this year because I so far have every single Ultra another verse card, and I'd like to get one of each at least. I have 2 Dragons, 2 Solarias, and 1 Glutonia. What is the most memorable top of the 10? Of the 9, right? 10 would be next year. Vancouver was the only one of those I'd won. The most important in my career is either 2015, which is my second top, where I also went undefeated day 1, or it'd be 2022, where I played against. Who knows who I played against in the finals of 2022? I'm sure somebody here knows. Ray, exactly, yeah. So I played Ray in the finals of 2022. It's like a keystone event in my progression as a duelist, where this is the melding of the minds. I didn't work with Ryan and Ray on their deck. What is your record in YCS finals? So I have 7 wins, I think 5 second places, so 7 and 5, I want to say. Because then I got 1 finals at Worlds as well, and 3 wins outside of that. UDS win, UDS win, a Worlds win, yeah. 7 and 5. Top Steam is the new cool thing anyways. The Steam Deck is worth like $500 as well, so that actually matters. So top 8's actually like the real money. Getting top 4 and second is worthless by comparison, because super rare is just not important. What happened in top 8? So I'm playing versus Vanquish Soul K9. I lose the roll, which is fine. And I've beaten every VSK I've played in the tournament so far. He goes Extrav, draw 2, and then passes. My hand was weird. It was 3 Luciuses, Malulu Phimena, and then I drew a second Malulu for turn. So like, not a great hand, but like it wasn't unplayable. I normal summon Malulu and use Phimena to fuse, and he chains 2 Fualoses. So now it's like, fuck, because I don't have non-engine, so I can't just pass. Because I'll let him draw 2 cards and pass. He'll be drawing to 7 next turn, and he'll have 3 new cards to unbrick himself. So I go chain Malulu to summon another dude, give him 2 draws, and then I set up Rahu and Ketu. I activate Rahu because when this resolves, I'll have 3 fusions on field, and I'll have 8,000. I do that, I summon the 3rd fusion, and I still have Ketu to fuse if he summons a monster. So I go attempt to enter battle phase. He's drawn 4 cards off Fu at this point. He activates Holly Sue, and then has Crow as well, and I just eat shit. He just stops me from killing him. Caesar pops as well, and I'm now like just very far behind. I still try to go for game activating Kitu, but I get ashed on Kitu, so I can't go for game. I pass and then I die because he drew 4 cards, resolved Holly Sue, and I'm just, yeah. Would it have been possible to make the first Azuna fizzle by fusing everything so he doesn't draw a Fua? Yes, it would have been. But I figured trying to kill him was better because it would, like, the disruption wouldn't be good, right? I have to use my entire hand, and that would be rough. When you chain Phimena, used all your hand to summon Arthalion. Well, I'd be chanting Malulu. I used Famina to fuse, and then I have the Malulu still sitting there. And yeah, and then game 2 I go first. I don't remember my hand. It was 5 engine cards. I know that much. Like 0 non-engine either games. I got Fuwit again, and then he has Holly Sue, Raisin, Pop, Caesar, Pop, Crows my Urgla and Graves. I can't have back Famina. And then I held my Ketu or my Rahu. I held one of them to fuse in case he had Holly Sue. And he ashes that. So I just get destroyed. So that was a pretty decisive 2-0. It was not really close. When they deck Holly Sues like that, it can be fucking rough. So yeah, top 8 ended there. And yeah, that's okay. According to Master Duel, I need a new microwave. So that's mostly a joke for my dad. Because, so my dad has Master Duel, obviously, and he plays. But our microwave right now, like, it works, but the door doesn't open properly. So we're like the fawns. We have to fucking punch our microwave to make it open, which can be fucking annoying. And sometimes I spend like a minute punching a microwave until it opens. So it can be kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie. And like, it's functional. It's just still kind of tilting. And it's like a joke in our family. We've said for like almost a year now that we need a new microwave, but we just haven't got one yet. Like, it was a dumb question. They asked us, what do I want that money can buy? I'm like, usually the question is, what do you get with money that you cannot buy? So what do I want right now? And I thought, like, I would like a new microwave. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be kind of sick. That was that's why it says I need a new microwave on Master Duel. Not technically wrong. Mine is usable, but it's not great. Air fryer is better than microwave. I mean, I have both. I don't really use air fryer for microwave stuff. It's different, right? You could have asked for Maxi to be banned. Tell me how my money can make Maxi get banned. And the question was not what do I want that money can't buy. It's what do I want that money can buy. Buy 50 tops now? Bruh, I fucking lost count. And also, like, the problem with tops is it's subjective, right? Some people will say that the world's top 4 doesn't count because it's not a TCG tournament. And like, you're allowed to have your own definitions. In my head, it counts. I am for sure counting top 4 Master Duel Worlds. I don't fucking give a shit. So if you count that, then I'm like 51, I think. I don't remember. Worlds for sure counts. Well, people will argue otherwise. And I mean, like, I don't argue with them because that's their prerogative, but why should it not count? They argue because it's either small. There's 2 arguments. There's one that it's small, which whatever. And then there's one that it's not TCG, which sure, whatever. Like, people, there's not a set definition, so people make up their own. So yeah, for those who don't know, Air Canada went on strike. And Air Canada is like the biggest flyer or airline in Canada. And it is how I got to Vancouver. I'm lucky my flight wasn't canceled on the way there. But my flight on the way back was canceled. And I was able to get back a bit later than expected, but ended up being okay. And I was stuck in Vancouver for a wee little bit. Everything worked out. Is there anything you would change with your Dracotail deck if you won another TCG event? If there's any card I could figure out to side versus K9 VS, I would. But there's nothing. I might mess around with more Urgulas than less Pans. I like the ratio of 4 big ones, but I'm not sure which one I like better. I also kind of want to play second Secretarian Dragon. I think the card is really good, especially in the mirror. And cards like Celine literally never come up. So you have space. If you had to bring 2 decks to the World Championship, what would they be? Oh, it's Gabe. I was about to say I don't talk about that shit here. Gabe, unfortunately, I've had so many people request shit like that in the chat, and I've had to tell them like deadpan, I won't say anything. That your question didn't even seem like a joke. Was directly going to Paris an option? Getting directly to Paris would have been the same price as me flying to Toronto. I'll say that much. Actually, it was a little bit cheaper. But Vancouver is the opposite side of North America for those who don't know geography. So it would have been a fucking brutal flight as well. I'm going to make a video on Tier 0 Games channel talking about Vancouver, but it was fun. Oh, so something that's cool about Vancouver is the event is like at a cruise terminal. Which sounds weird, but it actually is a fine venue. And it's beautiful. It's on the harbor front. It's a very nice area. Expensive as all fuck, but it's nice. I oftentimes will just look over into water whenever I'm like on a body of water. And I'll look down and try and see if I can find anything. And I've had people ask me like, what the fuck are you doing, Jesse? Why are you just looking out into the ocean? Like I'm some character in a movie pondering my life. And while to some degree you can say I'm meditating or like thinking, but also I like looking to see if I can find an animal. And this weekend, while looking over into the water, I actually saw a harbor seal mom and pup, which was so cool. just swimming past in the water. So that's why I do that. That's why I look out in the water, because sometimes you see something really cool. You never know what you'll find. Do you agree that Triff Yummy is the best deck? No, but he's welcome to his own opinion. I think all three of the Josh decks are contenders for best deck, though. Any of them are viable. Am I planning on going to more locals after Master Duel Championship is done? Probably, but not that many more. Still depends on when I'm free, and I work a lot. Are you going to play Ashen again with the Queen Dragon next month? I haven't planned that far. Also, I'm sure if you're watching this, you're not one of the haters in Zodiac. Well, I want to talk about how crazy it was, because I got sent pictures of this. Why are people in Zodiac like calling me like a bad person for not wanting to spend over $2,000 on a flight home? They also said I should sell my $6,000 prize card, at which I'd like them to point them to the coverage page and see that Triff won, not me. But anyways, yeah, people saying I should just eat the loss. Like, I don't get it. How are people so hateful?